Richard, how you doing?
I am great. How are you guys doing?
Excellent.
Good. I'm pretty sure you're a co-host now.
That would be great. I have no problems. I have no problems at all with that. We need some more black faces on Catholic TV.
We do.
Hey, did I tell you, by the way? I think I did. My wife loves your article.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was truly an honor and a blessing to be able to do that article. I take no credit. It's all through the Holy Spirit. I truly thank the Holy Spirit for that.
Well, I was a little nervous because, there are some uncomfortable subjects that are history that come up, and people sometimes don't want to hear that. But my wife's reaction was she wants to hand it out to people she knows so they can read it.
I would love to do that. I'm going to ask Bonnie to send me some extra copies because I've got a lot of people here in the Archdiocese of Detroit and around the world that really would like to read that article. I've had some great responses via email. Shout out to Dave Robitaille, who worked with my father at the Police Athletic League a long time ago. He was head of the Police Athletic League out in your area in Boston for a long time. And he read the article and was just moved to contact me and said how proud he was to see the son of Dick Knight Train Lane as a proud Catholic.
Hey, Richard, do you mind if I just steal a couple seconds of your interview and just do a little commercial? Just so people know, Richard is talking about the article that he wrote in the November edition of the Catholic TV Monthly. If you do not receive the Catholic TV Monthly, at the end of the show today, there's going to be an address. You can drop me a note. We'll make sure that you get the magazine each and every month. You can also read it at catholictv.com/magazine. Well, there you go.
Richard, this is part of our problem. We always have so much to talk about that we go off track. But here we are in November in Black Catholic History Month, and the month where we kick off the All Saints' Day. Who's your go-to saint?
Oh, my goodness. You just threw me under the bus with that one. I would be remiss if I didn't say the patron saint of the church that I attend, St. Moses the Black. St. Moses the Black is one of the very least saints known, and he was just a beast. Really quickly, when I go out, I was actually on the street corners with a bunch of people last week in Detroit, Michigan, and we were preaching. I was preaching, we were ministering, and when I ministered to pimps and gangbangers, I always tell them about the story of St. Moses the Black, who lived in about the 3rd or 4th century. He was the biggest, baddest dude in the desert of Egypt. He broke all the 10 commandments and then some. And he was just a murderer, a rapist, a robber. He had a band of 75 guys that he led. They went to a monastery one day. They were going to go in and just blow the monastery up. All of a sudden, he was converted on the spot by the abbot. He eventually became a Catholic priest, and he eventually had 75 monks to replace the 75 thieves that he used to rob and steal with. Wow. St. Moses the Black.
Moses the Black. Well, it is, Richard, so hopeful for all of us to have these holy women and men to be witnesses to us of the faith, the saints to help guide us to find Jesus in our life. How about you? Like, how have the many saints that we honor throughout the course of the year, how have they influenced you in your life as a disciple?
The biggest influence in my life, Your Excellency, has been, and she's not a saint yet, has been Sister Thea Bowman. You probably can't see her right here, but Sister Thea Bowman was a Franciscan nun, and she died of cancer in 1990, I believe. And Sister Thea Bowman, like me, was a convert to the faith, and she brought all of who she is. She brought all of her flair, all of her flavor, all of her blackness. And she said, I am black and I love you, and you will learn to love me if you don't. We bring our gifts of song. We bring our gift of soul into the church, and that's who we are. Sister Thea fought until the end. Her sisters told her, no, you need to just rest. She says, no, Jesus didn't rest when he was on that cross. He was still praying for people. She said, I'm not going to rest. I have 12 stents in my heart. I had a heart attack, massive heart attack 7 years ago. And people tell me, Richard, you need to slow down. No, I'm not. Because Sister Thea Bowman was my inspiration. She said, keep on keeping on. She preached the word to so many people around the world and inspired them. She's my go-to.
You have 12 stents too, huh?
Yes, sir.
I never knew that. and sister had a beautiful singing voice.
Oh, yes, she did. Yes, she sang a lot of the old Negro spirituals. And a lot of times when I do my parish missions, I do a lot of singing as well. So,
see, I'm finding out all of these things about you, Rich. I'm going to know more about you than anybody else. Well, so there are 6 Black Catholic holy men and women on the path to canonization. What are you most looking forward to on this journey for these great people and great inspiration to all of us?
Basically, just to be able to get the word out there and get people to know who these wonderful people are. We've got Father Augustus Tolton, who was the first African-American priest ordained for the United States, not in, but for the United States. We've got Mother Elizabeth Lang. We've got Sister Julia Greeley. Julia Greeley was in the Archdiocese of Denver, and she was, they called a one-woman St. Vincent de Paul. She was a Black woman she watched her mother being beaten by a slave master, and the tip of the whip caught her eye and pulled her eye out. Oof. And she went like that for the rest of her life. But she only made $10 to $12 a month, and she would go and use that same money to be able to help poor whites. And they were embarrassed taking aid from a Black woman. We've got so many people on the path, and we just need to get the information out there.
Do you want to check your email, by the way? Do you need a couple minutes? We can hear you.
No, that's an angel getting its wings.
Oh, that's the angel getting the wings. That's right. Richard, I know that you...
Send me an email.
You are out speaking and leading parish missions all the time, and the importance of really living our Catholic faith. What's your favorite thing about interacting with people out in the parishes?
Basically, just inspiring people. Parish missions have been traditionally done by priests, religious deacons, and no offense, Your Excellency, but a lot of times they're kind of stale. Not your parish missions.
No offense taken. No, I understand completely.
But I bring an energy. I'm like a new breath of fresh air from the Holy Spirit. And I try to encourage people that, look, it's not up to the priests to get us to heaven. They're responsible for our souls inside the church. It's up to us once we go outside of those doors to preach the gospel. And it's just so wonderful for me to be able to see the light come on in people's eyes, to be able to see people smile. I get kids that want to come to my parish missions. I get 5-year-old kids that drag their parents. They say, well, I want to go see this Black man, Mommy, and he's great. I'm like, that's awesome.
I believe it.
Oh, God.
I can't wait, Richard, till this COVID thing is over so that we can get some shows going with you, because it is always so much fun and you do a great job. Where can people learn more about your work?
RichardLaneMinistries.com. RichardLaneMinistries.com. They can also check out the YouTube channel, Richard Lane Ministries. There's a lot of great videos that I'm putting up every day on YouTube. So go to YouTube, like it, and subscribe, and you'll get all kind of content.
Richard, always a pleasure. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. Thanks for everything you do, not only for all the people of the great city of Detroit and Michigan, but also for all of our friends at Catholic TV. You're always very good to us. It's appreciated.
Thank you to Catholic TV. And Bishop, don't forget, one of the Magi was Black. His name was Balthazar. So when I come out there, I want to see that Black wise man out there.
You betcha.
Make him look.
You betcha. You're going to see him.
Richard, have a great day.
Have a good week. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.